Let's go.
Yo, what is up, guys? It is me, the Ninja Reviewer here, and welcome. Sorry if my review is pretty late, but unfortunately though, it is because I had to go to my brother's wedding reception, and it's pretty late where I am right now. So I actually was able to finally record this review of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable episode 16 review. Now this episode is very simple and probably not going to be the longest review, well, besides me being tired, but also the fact is because, well, it was a very simple concept episode. It's an episode of hunting rats. I know this ain't gonna be some like Filthy Frank shit where they like try to get rats and they try to fucking cook a rat and try to, you know, yeah. It's not gonna be anything like that. It's JoJo, it's bizarre, you pretty much know what this is gonna be. Basically, JOTARO found out that Akira pretty much confessed that there was another stand user that pretty much was also infected by the arrow, and it's a fucking rat. And I'm not talking about no, like, you know, rat as like, yo, there's this part of the dude of a mobster who rats on people. No, we're not talking about that kind of rat. An actual, real-life rat. And it got shot with the arrow and has a stand ability where it's able to shoot you in a more, in a range it's able to target you wherever your precise movement is or location, etc., where your movement is. And it's able to actually get a really great, perfect hit target on you. And this was actually a really tough enemy. And there was two of them, mind you. There was one in this house where it looked like it was abandoned, but not really, because the people, like this like old couple who was basically like inside the refrigerator because they were pretty much, you know, afraid what was going on. They were hiding in there. And so we found out that JOTARO, now pretty much there was ways to actually, now since they were going, like, since JOTARO knows a lot about hunting, well, I guess also keep in mind too, he was a, you know, a Navy hero, pretty much, you know, a submarine Navy hero. Not just that, but even though he was a Navy SEAL, he actually did, you know, get some experience in hunting, and he gave, like, JOTARO, like, a couple, like, you know, little shots of bullets, and pretty much, like, an actual rifle bullets, and he was able to probably use part of his stand in order to actually get the rat. So instead of just, like, basically just, you know, just whipping the fucking rat's ass with the stands and shit. Basically, not only that, but this rat can shoot a type of poison. Like, not poison, I'm sorry. It's like an acid that pretty much eats part of your skin alive. And if you get hit by that, you're pretty much fucked, and your insides get pretty much all fucked up as well, and your entire skin pretty much falls off. So, what happens is that JOTARO himself, while he was testing to make sure that he was actually trying to find the right rat in the house, he got infected with it, you know, with his hand. But then, at least, you know, he had someone like JOSUKE, which makes sense, because he has Crazy Diamond. And with Crazy Diamond, he's actually able to actually, you know, heal up, you know, wounds and stuff like that. But the thing that sucks is, like, you know, JOSUKE said earlier beyond the series, he said that, well, he can't heal, you know, himself. Like, injuries himself, he can't heal. So he's screwed. And he has to get, like, normal treatment. Well, unlike JOTARO, that can just be magically healed. When it comes to the actual hunting skills, it looks like JOSUKE, you know, is sort of starting to understand how this actually works. It's not only just, you know, destroying another, you know, possible stand user and the person who is behind the arrow, which, again, I know where this is leading to. Even the opening kind of spoiled that. But regardless, though, the opening did have rats, and I'm like, oh, that's why there were rats in the opening. Okay, so that makes sense. So we're done with the fucking rat shit, because they actually showed the rats, and I'm like, oh, that's why it's called rat. Okay, that's why it's called rat. Or in this case, he's called Bug Eaten, I believe it's called. Yeah, I believe it's called Bug Eaten. Yeah, I believe that's what JOTARO's calling it, because it looks like it's like a bug eater, or just eaten by a bug or some shit. I don't know. I forget the reason why, but they're just called Bug Eaten. I know it's a weird name. But anyways, though, Bug Eaten is the actual real one. The other one was just like a rat that was actually working under him and stuff. And basically, you know what it is, that JOTARO pretty much got the shot on him with the bullets used by Crazy Diamond. You know, like I said, but again, JOTARO, at least he was able to get healed his arm. The second one, though, really got JOTARO pretty much fucking good on multiple angles. Like, shit, like, how did he actually know that? And it was actually much stronger compared to the other rat that they fought. But the way that Josuke came out like a badass and actually just like destroyed that rat later on in the end, where he actually like tricked them thinking that he actually thought he was gonna, that Josuke was gonna miss him, but in reality, he pretty much tried to play him for a fool, and he pretty much got the shot, and bam, destroyed that fucking rat, splattered guts everywhere with that bullet, and then pretty much takes care of that shit. However, though, it was actually really funny too. Now, this was actually pretty funny that we saw like Josuke like getting some weird ass expressions, because him hunting rats sounds like it's some kind of weird, disgusting, and it's like why out of all the creatures you would hunt for rats? I mean, granted, they're much more larger creatures and more awesome creatures, but out of all the creatures you choose a fucking rat, which, Josuke's like, why are we searching for rats? And I like at the beginning it was fun, I was like, are we gonna search for like, seeing like naked chicks' bodies or something like that? Because hey, that actually sounds pretty cool. And JoTaro was like, with that Yoriyozu kind of deal. You know how JoTaro is. Granted, though, he's not really annoying with that catchphrase compared to the third part. At least here, he's actually more respectable compared to what we had in Stardust Crusaders. Just saying, this older, mature JoTaro is much more better compared to that whole, same old JoTaro, like, oh, it's cause you pissed me off. Like, he didn't really have that much personality compared to now, where he sort of has a personality. Yeah, it's serious, but at least it's something. So at least, compared to, what I mean, compared to, like, how Stardust Crusaders was just the whole generic yoda, and then, like, he would say, like, he would say, like, stuff that relates to the situation, like, shit, like, this is actually kind of bizarre, see what I did there, how, like, this is actually, this certain event is happening, etc., etc., so, you know what I mean. So, anyways, when it comes to this episode, it was actually really funny, too. Like, again, the expression was like, oh, the pressure! It was mad funny, like, the way he said it. Because Josuke hates being pressured most of the time, but at the end of the episode, it was like he started going, like, yeah, call me the conqueror of, like, fucking, pressure. And it's like, oh, Josuke, please. We all knew you're pretty much the type of guy who would say, like, screw pressure, I'm not, like, the best at it, I can't handle this shit, it's way too much for me. Don't be lying to yourself. So, overall, when it comes to the episode, now, if I did have one tiny little nitpick about the episode, even though it's JoJo Fridays are fucking great and all, my only little tiny problem is what was with some of the animation in this episode. Now, granted, most of the animation was fine, but there were certain smudges, there were certain scenes that looked really fucking weird, because I noticed there were scenes that looked a little bit off, because there were some of the facial features weren't showing. Like, Josuke's face, you can't see, like, if you just, like, zoom in, it looks like you can't really see Josuke's face. And I'm like, what the fuck did they do here? Like, and there were certain, like, they were drawn, like, the way the body structures. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure many people noticed it, too. Some of the body structures were, like, a bit off. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, David Productions, what is this? David Productions, you're not Toei Animation. What the fuck is going on here, man? I know, I cracked a little, a Toei joke, but hey, deal with it. So anyways, that's pretty much it. But I will give the episode a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, I was going to give it just like a 4, maybe just like a good episode, but, I thought it was great. I thought it was a great way. Like, again, my own little nitpick about the episode was the fact that, well, technically, it's just the animation parts were just a bit what the fuck at times. So, the animation department does hold a bit, so making it a 4.5 out of 5. Because, again, the only nitpick I had was just the animation for the episode. But regardless, we got everything done, very fast pacing in one episode. Next week, it looks like it's going to be yet another one episode thing as well. And from what I heard, it's going to be called Rohan's Bizarre Adventure. From what I heard, I think that's what the next episode is going to be called. So yeah, so looking forward to that. It's going to be another one episode deal. So it looks like we're wrapping most stuffs up in like one episode. And then like some of them I heard are going to be 2 parts. So, it is what it is. So I really don't care. But granted though, what are your thoughts of this episode? Put me down in the comment section below. Sorry I couldn't do it on JoJo Fridays, but I'll try to do it since I do have vacation all this week. I have a week off, so with that, I can probably try to get the episode out on time, if I can. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Again, give me your thoughts, comment, and subscribe as always. I'll see you guys on my next one for episode 17 review. This is the Ninja Reviewer saying peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. as always, and that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna go to fucking sleep. So yeah, bye bye.